Should start vlogging my feelings, you know. So this is day one of me vlogging what I feel like. Honestly, I'm kind of tired of always feeling sad. It's kind of exhausting, and like I feel like for so long I have been incapable of doing something, and I feel like I mess up my own life pretty much. You know, I put my self-worth on other people, thinking that these other people care about me or that they'll be there for me, and then when they don't, I spiral all over again. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like being alone. I love my alone time. I can be alone for hours on end with no issues, but at the same time, I've always just wanted someone to be like there for me, you know, even when I want to be alone. I don't know if that makes any sense, because honestly, that's really what I feel. And not a lot of people get that. You know, some people find me like a bit too straightforward, you know, that I just say whatever I feel, and you know, I just like, you know, have like this no filter kind of person. But the truth is, for so long I've always held my tongue, that now finally I feel like I'm at a place where I just say what I really feel, and you know, I feel like I have to be upfront. But sometimes that can come across as me being an asshole, and I totally get that. But I'm just so tired of pretending to be something I'm not, and you know, trying to please people, trying to find a place in life or society or whatever, and you know, hiding myself, and you know, yeah. So I mean, I know I do offend some people, and I guess I can't apologize for that, because that's just me being me. But at the same time, like, my means is not to offend someone. It's just more for like being upfront about who exactly I am as a person. Of course, not my deepest, darkest secrets and whatever, but I mean my personality and who I am. And not a lot of people get that. And when it comes to like the dating world, some men are either like, you know, drawn to that, like, oh, this girl, she, you know, just speaks her mind, and she's very upfront about what she thinks and what she feels. You know, some men are drawn to it, and then some people are really put off by it, because they feel like, oh, this girl, you know, she doesn't like want to give up on herself, or she doesn't see like someone who can compromise. But the thing is, with men who are even drawn to it, most of the time they're just drawn to me like as this idea of like this strong woman who, you know, just sees in the mind, and you know, she doesn't take no for an answer, or you know. But then, like, then when they get to know the real me, the me that I am, who is actually just a hopeless romantic who just wants someone to be there for her, you know, care for her, and every other thing that, you know, everybody wants. And then they're like, oh, okay, you're not what I expected. And yeah, so that kind of sucks, because then, you know, even for me, like when it comes to like the dating world, I always, like, you know, I'm very upfront. I don't want, if I want to date someone, I want it to be something serious. I mean, that's not to say that, you know, I think it's going to end in marriage or whatever, because personally, I don't think the marriage is like the end all be all sort of thing, even though I have been there before. And maybe the reason why I don't feel that is because maybe I'm afraid of it, I guess. But besides that, I just feel like, you know, I just want someone there who's like a constant for both me and my significant other. We're both constant in each other's lives, and you know, even when you have a bad day at work or life, you know that there's someone there you can vent to and be yourself with, and you know that there'll be no judgments. So not everybody's into that these days. I feel like with dating and dating apps and you know the vast options that there are, you know, people just feel like the moment a small inconvenience comes along, they want to go on and find the next one, because they're like, oh, you know what, I'm not going to put up with this, there's definitely going to be someone else who can, you know, be better. And that kind of sucks, because honestly in life there's always going to be someone that's going to be good at something the other person is not, and that's like the reality of it. If you have someone who is like a messy eater but you know cleans up after themselves, or you know you have someone who's like loud spoken but you know with you with you know with like elders she's nice and she's soft spoken, you know, there is going to be people who are different in every aspect, because someone can be nice to you but can be shitty to another person, someone can be shitty to another person but can, you know, someone can be shitty to you but be nice to another person. So like there's always going to be like good and bad to everybody, like that's a fact. But because with dating apps it's become so easy to, you know, see your options, people feel like there's no need for them to like, you know, stay in a relationship or put in effort, because they feel like, oh, I can go out there and find something better for sure. And of course this is not me saying like, you know, take abuse, or you know, if someone's abusing you verbally or physically, or if someone is just a horrible person in general, like you just really cannot stand them and you cannot be yourself around them. I mean, I'm not saying that like that, of course, please, you know, go and be with someone else or find someone else. But I'm saying like little things, like, you know, if someone doesn't button their shirt right, and then you're like, oh, you know, this is a major red flag, you know, I'm gonna find someone else, like, you know, there's definitely gonna be someone better. Like, yeah, there's always gonna be flaws, but people are so absorbed in this, like, oh, there's always other options, that they forget that in this world there's no one that's perfect. There's definitely nobody in this world that's perfect. And if you're going to run at the first, you know, little mistake someone does, then no matter who you date, no matter even if it's the Queen of England or whatever, you are going to run away. You are going to not want to give your 100%, because in the back of your mind you'll always tell yourself that if this doesn't work out, I always have something better. And I think like that's the problem in life these days and dating these days, and that has made me think a lot about what I want, honestly, and what I deserve. Because yes, of course I have a lot of expectations, but then I also feel like there's some things that I can give and take, because I know that no one is perfect. Hell, I'm not perfect whatsoever. I have so many flaws and I'm not afraid to admit that. I know I'm fucked up in a lot of areas. So yeah, so I've kind of just chosen to avoid people in general these days, because I'm so afraid that, you know, when someone looks at me and then they're just going to give up so fast, because they will feel like I'm not worth it, because there's other people in this world, not just relationships, honestly, even friends. And that kind of sucks, but it's something I'm working towards getting better at, because I find that after everything that's happened, I feel like I keep telling myself I don't deserve to be loved, when in fact I know that I do deserve love just like anyone else. But it's this thing that I'm trying to overcome, I guess. Like, I know I'm not making any sense, and I don't even know why I'm making this video. I'm just rambling what's on my mind right now and what I've been struggling with in terms of relationship. There's also other aspects like work and stuff, but this just in like a relationship aspect of things and what I've been feeling And like I've had people ask me like, oh, why don't you want to date, or why are you still single, or like, has no one ever wanted to be with you? And like they have, after my separation, there were people that want to be with me, but like I said, everyone's so afraid of commitment, and they look at commitment like a prison sentence pretty much. But it's not a prison sentence. I think if you're with the right person, even if it's hell, you're gonna be happy because you're with your person. And granted, that person might not be perfect, but it's still your person. And so yeah, so that's where I'm at in terms of love, I guess. Do I believe I will ever fall in love with someone again? At this point, honestly, I don't know. Haven't really met someone that made me feel like I could, I guess. I mean, I've liked someone, but falling in love, like actually looking at that person as your ride or die, I don't know. Maybe not anytime soon. And who knows, maybe like suddenly next week I find someone I fall in love with. Like, I don't know, but yeah. For now, maybe not. But we shall see. I'm not gonna say never because I feel like sometimes even when you don't predict things, it just happens. So let's see about that. But I'm in no rush though. I am still finding my ground with myself, with me as a person, finding what works for me. And in that time, if someone does come along, great. But if not, like, I don't think I will be sad about it, because I think I'm doing pretty good, for someone who has been in a relationship ever since 14, like constantly. I think I'm doing really well not being in one, because from the start where I know what relationship was, I was in a relationship. So for me to not be in a relationship, that's a major thing. But I think with that, of course, it did suck for a while, and I did wish like, oh, I want a boyfriend, I just want to be all cuddly and lovey, but through that, I realized that there's so many things I'm still discovering about myself. There's so many things I still need to grow and learn. And in that growth and learning, if someone comes along, that'll be great. And if someone doesn't, I think I have reached a point where I am fine and I'm okay with it. Of course, it does get a bit lonely sometimes, considering that I don't really have much friends. So it does get lonely sometimes, but that's fine. I think it's a process, a healing and learning process that I need to deal with. And I hope that, if anyone else feels like me, just know that, like, you are not alone, because I kind of get it, maybe. I mean, if anyone feels like me, maybe I'm just a weirdo. I mean, I've known to be a weirdo, so I wouldn't be surprised if I'm the only one that feels like this. But yeah, I don't know why I'm making this video, honestly. I just felt like rambling about what's going through my head, and I don't know if I make any sense, or if I'm going to post this video, or this is just something that's going to be in my vlog diaries. But we shall see. Yeah, but it just feels nice talking about it though. Even though I'm technically talking to myself, it just feels nice to talk and voice out what I feel or what I think without the fear of judgment. Not that I care, but without people looking at you like, oh, what's wrong with this girl? Does that make sense? I don't know. But yeah, so we shall see what I do with this video. I might post it, I might not. Then again, my YouTube channel itself doesn't make any sense, so I might just post it because my YouTube channel is filled with people I don't know who are not gonna watch my videos anyway. So if plus someone rambling like this, who is gonna wanna listen? Especially to someone they don't know. They just be like, what the heck is this girl talking about? Like, okay, click. So that's fine, but at least it will be like my diary, My YouTube channel is my diary at this point, even though I've not posted in it for very long. But yeah, I guess I can make it my diary now and keep videos on it. And if people view it and if people relate to it, great. But if not, that's fine. I don't think people relate to someone rambling, so it's all good. I guess it all works out. So yeah, I guess that's it.